Hi, I'm J. Matthew Catron, candidate for business agent of Ask Me Local 696 and library assistant at the Free Library of Philadelphia. And I'm sitting here today.
Sharon Thorpe, Board of Pensions and Retirement pension counselor and candidate for president of Local 696. And together, we are
The Rabble Rousers. Today, we are talking about the campaign mailer for the Slate for a Better Union, the SBU, that you probably received in your mail in the last couple of days. It is full of a large number of claims, and we decided that we are going to fact check a number of them. So let us begin. On the address side of the mailer, we have a big red box that says, "Take a closer look at SBU." It mentions 5 different funds: the Hardship Fund, the Benevolent Fund, the Scholarship Fund, the Share Ride Fund, and the Award Fund.
5 distinct funds. We have a few questions concerning it. Who administered these funds? Where does the money come from? Who receives this money? It has never been reported.
It also mentions Harmony in the Park. Now, Sharon, what is Harmony in the Park?
Harmony in Park used to be an opportunity where members of Local 696 went out into Fairmount Park. It was a beautiful day. You would go out. There was food and camaraderie, enjoying your time together. That has not taken place in more than a decade. It has been stopped for such a long time that it's not even remembered. To say that it's something that was ended as a result of COVID, which is a claim that SBU made, that's not so. As I stated, it ended a very long time ago.
In a similar vein, it mentions a children's holiday party. When was the last time that happened?
The last occurrence of Breakfast with Santa was prior to the onset of the pandemic in 2019. It has not since occurred.
Below that big red box of "Take a closer look at SBU," there's a paragraph that reads, "SBU honestly believes in solidarity. This is why we go the extra mile to help our members with personal issues, hardship matters, counseling, finding housing, bereavement, and other matters. Vote SBU." What do you say to that?
Nice sentiment. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. But that's not restricted just to members of SBU. As members, we also do those same things. When have you found yourself in a situation where you needed help? It's not something that's just relegated to SBU. It happens for all of us.
I can actually personally attest to that. I know a number of workers across locals. This isn't strictly Local 696, but I know a number of workers who were having troubles getting their license and inspections claims on landlords pulled through. They were, added to the queue, and they were bumped back pretty far. And then when one worker talks to another worker, says, "Oh, hey, I work in L&I. Let me go in and take a look at that." They can take a look at it, realize there's a hole in your roof, and that needs to be addressed more urgently. So, it's not only the union, as Sharon said, we're all doing that.
Some members of L&I are members of Local 696. And in doing your job, it is something that you do. I am a member of the Board of Pensions and Retirement, and I do my job. I have found myself on many occasions providing these services, definitely counseling, but just in our day-to-day interactions, we do this on a daily basis. It's not something that's just relegated to SBU.
Flipping the document over to the other side, in big red text, it says, "The strength of the team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team." What? I don't get it.
Next.
To protect the interest of our members, we will continue to focus on the issues that matter with our membership. Our opposition, the rabble-rousers, continue to impede on union business. They have cost our union thousands of dollars with their continuous tactics of filing charges to the judicial panel.
Yes, about that. Charges were filed with the judicial panel. But more importantly, we protested the conduct of the election. That is what was sent to the judicial panel because it is our right. Every local in the council, every local that's a part of AFSCME is mandated to follow the rules as laid out in the election manual. You cannot deviate from them. Any deviation from it is a fileable offense, which we did. It's our right. How is it costing us? How is it costing the local thousands of dollars? We will never know. That information is not disclosed on this so-called profit and loss statement that we received in lieu of a treasurer's report. The profit and loss statement says that some $3,452 was spent on the election. That's the total cost. This profit and loss statement was submitted from January 1st through September the 21st of 2023. And to blame the rabble browsers for these costs, that's not so.
This profit and loss statement, since we're here, claims that we being Local 696, are $35,529.32 in the negative, in debt, essentially. And that puts us at the risk of a receivership from International. And what does that mean?
A receivership is not a good position to be in. This is where the experience of SBU has placed our local in the negative, some $35,000, running the risk of receivership. What it means is that we as a local are unable to pay our bills. As a local, we're unable to do our due diligence and to properly do what is required of us as a local. The job of the president is to be an administrator. The job of the president is the fiscal responsibility of this local. It's to make certain that every obligation is met. These funds that they have, we don't know where the money is. If you take a look at that profit and loss statement, it is unbalanced. It is not a treasurer's report. We don't know where money goes. We don't know how much are being paid out in these $144,000 in salaries. It's ridiculous. But receivership, it runs the risk of International coming in, disbanding the local being run on our own individual merit, and them coming in and taking over and doing what they need to do in order to make us solvent. It eradicates everything. It eradicates the president, eradicates the business agent, and they will run it because we're in the negative more than anything. This is supposedly experience that SBU has. This is from their knowledge. It's ridiculous.
And that actually leads us into the next thing. On their paper, it says, our leadership throughout the years have been a key element to the improvement of working conditions, higher wages, better benefits, and workplace safety, the issues that count. The SBU team knows that knowledge is power, and the best source of knowledge is experience. Let our experience work for you. You know, I think you just explained their experience pretty well. Actually, we can just move on to the next.
It's not working.
show that together everyone achieves more. Let's stop the madness. Vote straight for the slate. SBU, slate for a better union.
I do agree with one statement in there, Matt.
Yeah.
Let's stop the madness. This is madness.
So for context, if we have any new hires, perhaps, who are watching this and don't fully understand what's going on, this is our third election this year. March was overturned. Did it again in July. That was overturned. They want to blame us for the disruption to union business and the financial cost associated with having 3 elections in 1 year.
But if you're so knowledgeable and so experienced, you should be able to do this without a hitch. Your knowledge and your experience hasn't taught you how to run an election? It must be the rabble rousers.
It must be the rabble rousers. It's gotta be us. On the inside of the thing, well, on one side it has the list of SBU candidates, and on the other side, some information on AAA. Submit your ballots by the 14th. We know that already. Underneath that, it says, the past 7 months have been a difficult and different time for Local 696 SBU candidates. Running a campaign against opponents who believe our members' worth only amounts to whatever derogatory statements they can find to say about our officers and members.
Not so. Just the facts. Members from the SBU slate posted derogatory information. They spearheaded a campaign that was slanderous and spoke and sent imagery that is not acceptable. I responded. It was slated against Matt primarily, but against the slate altogether, but mainly focused against Matt. At the end of the day, we are still members of the same local. We will have to work together, no matter what the outcome is. We do not condone racism. We do not condone sexism. It is not our mantra. Did they ever apologize? No. Did they ever admit that they were wrong? No. But to blame us for the actions of others? No.
To all that, I'd also like to add that Ask Me International, the judicial panel, has commented on those statements and referred to them as antithetical to the very nature of unionism. We are all one local.
Yep. Yes, because so many people walked away with a perspective of, they walked away with the wrong perspective.
Yeah. So
and that imagery was planted in the minds of so many, and it's like any lie. It festered and it grew, and even being disproved. Oh, it wasn't meant for that. Oh, I was offended. For what? For the actions that you took? How can you be offended? And to say that it is freedom of speech, you're not permitted. Just like you're not permitted to yell fire in a movie theater. Just because you have the right to say it does not mean that it's supposed to be said.
Yeah. They called me. They said I was in the Klan.
And implied that you're a Nazi.
And they implied that I'm a Nazi.
Sympathizer, excuse me. Nazi
Yeah,
sympathizer.
yeah, Nazi sympathizer. I mean, at that point, it's semantics. And that has led to comments at union meetings. That has led to emails that I have received. I wonder if I'm going to be attacked at some point for, being being perceived as being an alt-right extremist when, the very concept is completely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's, the AFSCME judicial panel, they are professional lawyers who, it was DeMarco who went through and examined all the evidence and found that everything that was manufactured against me was total bunk. It was complete nonsense. And it doesn't matter that it was nonsense, because now that idea has permeated throughout the local, and I'm going to be stuck with the consequences of that for many years to come at this point.
And it has done reputational harm. It has done reputational harm because of it. Come on, Matt. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
From these jokers.
SBU Slate knows that our members deserve so much more. Our opponents would have you believe that
They do deserve so much more.
they really do.
Rabble rousers.
We agree with you on that.
They do. They deserve rabble rousers.
Our opponents would have you believe that a vote for SBU under the leadership of Anthony Dinkins is doing things the same old way. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Same motto, but go ahead.
Same motto.
Go ahead. Keep reading.
Although we have had years of mentorship, experience, and accomplishments under the leadership of our former president, Bobby Davis, Anthony Dinkins and the SBU team have proven through their honesty, hard work, and dedication to the members of Local 696, they can move our local forward.
How?
How?
But
I've spoken with a number of members who have filed grievances, who have experienced wrongful termination, and
what
they
about
are...
those who don't get any phone calls back? What about those whose issues have not been addressed? What about those who are left waiting? What about those who are given the same practices as before? Wait. I will wait. We can do this. Wait. What about those members? This is new? It's the same.
It's not new.
Go ahead.
SBU team brings a fresh view, an open mind, and willingness to listen to the membership and work with anyone who has the same goals, which is to ensure better treatment, better working conditions, better wages, better benefits, and workplace safety, the issues that count. They said that already on the other page, but they certainly are not willing to collaborate with any kind of outside voices, because if they were, we wouldn't be here. And if they were willing to collaborate with dissenting viewpoints, then they would have appeared at our debate.
Yes, but let's focus back on what they said. They're willing to... Does that say listen?
Willingness to listen to the membership.
Oh. Are we members?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just asking.
We are all experiencing growing pains, but we want you to come along as the baton is passed to enhance the legacy of our great local. The baton is passed. Sharon, correct me if I'm wrong here, but an Ask Me Local is a democratic institution. Is that correct?
It is. It is.
Is that where a democratic institution? Is that where dynasties are passed? From the next person to the next person. Is that what that means?
No. No.
Oh, okay.
We're in an election, which allows the membership to choose who they want to be the leaders. It is not the passing of a baton. It's not from you to you. Not the passing of a baton. It is an election where a choice is available to the membership, where you're able to see the difference between the rabble rouser slate and the SBU slate, and you as a member are able to choose and to say, I choose the rabble rousers over the SBU slate.
Anthony Dinkins and the SBU team have their own ideas and perspectives, and together with the executive board and the members of this great local, we can all stand on the motto, together everyone achieves more.
But that's Bobby's motto.
It's Bobby's motto.
Yeah, that's from him.
They're going to say that they have fresh new ideas. They're going to use the same slogans, the same name for their slate, and the same policy proposals as the one who just retired.
And the ride share, or getting the rides home, that was something that was under Bobby's administration. He has since retired. He's had a retirement party. He's had a retirement meeting. Bobby is gone. But his legacy still lives on because apparently he has chosen as his successor Anthony Dinkins.
The document ends with, "We are asking our members to help us move our local forward by voting straight for the slate. Slate for a better union. SBU knows you may have to fight a battle more than once in order to win it." I would argue that we know that very well.
And we are asking all members, not our members, we're asking all members of Local 696 to help move this local forward. Vote for the rabble rousers. Are you a rabble rouser?
Yes, she is a rabble rouser.
You too are a rabble rouser.
I think that is 100% going in.